Welcome to the third place playoff in this Rome 2 Total War 2 versus 2 tournament, hosted by OBG. Check out the Discord, linked down below. $600 prize pool. The two teams right now have made it to the third place playoff after many pool play matches. Sadly, these are the two losers of the semi-finals. But still, they have a chance to win some money. $70 is on the line on this specific match. As Rome, we have Lancer. His teammate is Susbarbatus, playing as Kush. They are on the defensive. They are on the offensive right now. And after this battle, we'll do it again, but we'll switch it around. So that is representing the team Sauron's Hand. Susbarbatus as Kush and Lancer as Rome. Defending, representing the team German veterans. Sorry, I'm getting mixed up here. We have Gurkenheld playing as the Suebians in brown, and then Ba playing as the Nervii in this white to yellowish colour. They are on the defensive, and after this battle, it's a best of two, they will be on the offensive. Who's gonna win? Let's find out. So, whoa! Did not expect to see this. Okay, big Sally out coming on the flank here. Those I am sure have been noticed at this point. This probably explains why it's such a quick battle. Okay, let me put my notes down. And let's see who's gonna win. So, balance of power, fairly even. Yellow on the bar is the defender, although they're not playing it that defensively. They are going heavy on the offensive here. Interesting, did not expect that. These siege towers are pulling back. They're meant to be putting them here to block the tower shots from the gate. They've made a breach here with the ballista, have the attackers. African giant ballista. Interesting. Any different between this and the Greek giant ballista? No idea. Right, so they've got a big cav unit flanking round here. That's going to mess up the Roman formations a bit. Going for the Scorpion unit, almost. But having to pull back from the archers and the infantry support. That's a lot of Suebians there, controlled by Gurkenheld. His buddy, Ba, is on the defensive as the Nervii, holding the city to slow them down. It's a smaller city than what we're used to as well. I wonder how that's going to impact the battle. Rome over here, trying to watch the Suebians and deal with this cavalry. Lancer has a lot of work to do there, and Susbarbatus, as Kush, is the one pushing for the city. All of his rams are getting to the gate. He's going to make his breaches, he's going to push through and take the towers. It's a quick battle here, 14 minutes left. Usually these are about 40 to 50 minutes long, so for about a 20-minute battle, we've got some very quick slaughter on our hands. I'm curious to see why it ends so fast. They've got their slingers on the wall. Okay, so I think the siege towers pulled back because they wanted to use their towers to knock down that tower. Careful, you might get some friendly fire there. That would be funny. Yeah, loads of breaches coming in, and the Romans are now charging into the city. Yeah, the Roman player though got two different fronts to focus on right now. Where is that ballista shot going? That poor person in his house, he's probably thinking, I'm living all the way over here. I'm fine. I am safe. Like, nothing's gonna hit me. And then that ballista shot comes through. Straight through his front window. So they've neutralised this tower now, actually captured this tower for the Suebians here. Oh, no, they haven't yet, sorry. That was just a bit delayed. They are capturing it now, and they will capture it. The defenders will probably want to pull back from here once this tower is captured. Wow, that's so many breaches. Nothing happening on the Sally out yet. Just little manoeuvres. Where are the plazas? We've got one here. It's possible we don't have that many because it is a smaller settlement. Do we actually only have one plaza? I don't mind that. I kind of like that in Sieges. I think that's fine. Yeah, I kind of like that it's got the smaller settlement design for this one. Makes the battles faster. And I think that can sometimes be a bit more entertaining for the viewers. Kush are charging on in. They have captured this tower as well. It's a start unit, so yeah, they're going to have to pull back now. They've got arrow fire coming down on them as well. Although those archers are probably getting more friendly fire than anything. Looks like they were shooting at their own Hastati there. But no, they were shooting at the retreating Nervii. Yeah, pull back away from that tower. Don't let it get any free kills. The Suebians really extending quite far this way. Interesting. Taking a lot of hits from multiple sides by the arrows. I don't think this is the play for the Suebians. Of course, we'll see. You never know, it might work out for them. But I think an aggressive push like this is not how you should play it. The attackers moving deep into the city. They've captured the gatehouse now. Yeah, that's a problem because they just leave the city completely open. Oh no, they haven't captured the gatehouse, sorry. But they are going for it. Yeah, so the issue is, with all these walls that are knocked down, and so many other defenders' troops out here, the defenders have left themselves open. The attackers could quite easily just rampage into this city, take out everything, capture all the towers, and then use these towers to shoot back at what should be the defenders, but are now going to become the attackers. 10 minutes left. Alright, let's have a little zoom in here. The Sally Out's not really starting yet. Who's gonna win this fight, this duel? I bet the Roman has it. Always cheer on the Roman. Oh, no, he faked that one. He wasn't injured there. He just wanted to pull out. He's fighting his buddy now. He's got a 3v1 for him. Yeah, he should be fine here. Oh, he took a headbutt. Come on, save your friend. No, they let it happen. They saw this cowardice earlier. Then they cut him down so easily. Just a little slap. Disgraceful. They waited until their buddy died. They should not have done that. But I guess that probably happens in war. The Nervii general over here, which is strange because they've got so many units in the city. You'd think they'd want the morale boost, like more in the centre. Right, here we go, the Sally Out. Troops are charging, won't have the hit legionaries, and this is for Bloodsworn. I think the Romans should have the advantage. They've got more reinforcements as well. They've got Archer Fire nearby to support them. Now they've got to fight the Swordsmasters, so they took a nasty charge there. But I think they should handle it. These guys pull back and get annihilated by arrow shots in the back. They're probably going to break. But it seems the Romans don't even care. They're just going into the city right now. They're not bothering too much about these. They're saying, fine, if you want to fight us on the field, go ahead, we'll just take your city in the meantime. We'll go in there, we'll capture the towers, we'll capture the plaza, and there's only one of them to capture. And then suddenly, the defenders are in a tough spot. They're charging up the stairs, that one guy in the lion outfit, where's he going? They are going to get flanked here. Yeah, they got flanked unfortunately. That Hastati unit is done a break. But they got some reinforcements nearby. Have they neutralised this gatehouse yet? Yeah, it's neutralised. Interesting, so they've overran the giant ballistas. They've got one legionary unit here trying to hold the retreat. Are they actually retreating though, or are they just reforming here? I think they're just reforming here instead, trying to hold this circle. The defenders have a lot of work to do if they're gonna push through this. I don't know how they're gonna approach it. Yeah, the attackers are surrounded right now. But when the numbers are very even, it's difficult for a surround to actually take full effect. That being said, Hannibal achieved it at Cannae, so who knows what's going to happen here. But yeah, if you don't have the numbers, doing a surround is very difficult. Especially when the one surrounded has tower support as well. What's going on here? The Romans bringing some more reinforcements in, bringing in their Principes now. Lots of units breaking. Yeah, that's a problem with not having your generals nearby. All generals, I think, are alive, though. Yeah, all generals seem to be alive. And then another clash over here. Yeah, I think they're all going in for it now. The full battle has begun. And that poor Roman guy got slaughtered. Come on, he's fighting a 1v3 here. Don't turn your back on them. And he's dead. Yeah, that's why you don't turn your back on a 1v3. I love the shields on these guerrilla swordsmen here. They're starting to look a little coat of arms like, in my opinion, some of them. I wonder when did coat of arms become a thing? Like, who was the first person to have one? It probably does date to Rome at some point, because, you know, everything dates to Rome at some point. Quick tactical view, because this is a very complicated battle. There's armies all over the place. But you can, like, sort of see the surround here that they've got going, but I don't think it's gonna work. But it's a nice idea. I like seeing stuff that is different, and this is certainly something that is different. But yeah, look at this. The attackers are just rampaging into the city. And the Suebians are starting to break over here. This unit here is going to break. Yeah, they've lost that unit. This unit's going to break as well. Balance of power is still 50-50 though for the time being. They're hitting the back by multiple units. These archers are having to pull to safety. The defenders bring their cavalry through. But you don't really want to be charging Principes, I don't think. I mean, there's worse things to charge. But you were probably hoping to get the archers or something. Then they get hit by the javelins from this unit of Principes. And now they're stuck in combat and all gonna get cut down. They've got their general here as well, who's lost half his bodyguards already. He needs to get out of there. Yeah, you need to pull your general out of this. He's not in a safe spot right now. The defending Nervii general, he's fleeing. He's getting out of there, but he lost a lot of bodyguards. About 50 of them. But he did survive though, that's the important thing. And some of these Suebians are exhausted at this point. And of course they are. They've come out of this gate here. That's not even a gate. They came out of this gate here. They've ran all the way around here. They didn't even go the short way. They went the long way around. Round here. Of course they're exhausted. Too exhausted to fight. And they've all been wiped out already. That was so fast. And balance of power is ticking in favour of Kush and Rome now, the attackers. It just looks so much like the attackers have it. They've broke another Suebian unit here. They're going to break these archers here. And then that's the entire flank cleared out. And then what's left in the city? Pretty much nothing. They've managed to get their Syrian archer units up here as well. They'll get a lot of kills. Already on 83. They'll get more if they still have some ammo left. The Roman general's charged in. General is still alive. Gonna finally take out this final Germanic slinger unit. I'm surprised it held out this long. And with the breaking of that unit there, and that unit, they've completely saved their scenario and they can go all in on the city now. And there's really nothing left for a defence. It's like, the attackers' infantry are pushing up the stairs. What do they have? They've got a few archer units to fight in melee, some more archers, a ballista, a general cavalry unit. They're pretty much out of infantry. And the balance of power so heavily in the attacker's favour. I've loved this battle, by the way. I like that they tried something different. What I would have loved more is if the uniqueness and the creativity actually pulled off and they got a win. If the defenders got a win for doing their unique manoeuvre. That I would have liked more, because that would inspire more creativity in these battles, I think. But still, it was a fun one. Let's have a look at the tactical mode. Yeah, so you can see now they've cleared out all of these. They were surrounded, but they're all gone, and now they can just push into the city quite easily in every single direction, but they appear to be going for the plaza here. And yeah, I think the Romans and Kush are going to win it. Well done there for holding out. Well done to the team Sauron's Hand, Lancer and Susbaratus. But also well done to Gurkenheld and Ba, representing the team German veterans, for trying a unique strategy there. The Spearmen have charged onto the Hastati, but I think it's too late. Their general's dead as well. The Roman general's still alive. Are they going to get more kills than deaths? They've already lost 15 men and they're on 7 kills. The Hastati, 105 kills. They've lost 50 in total. Yeah, the Hastati are going to hold out here. This is the last hope of the defenders, really. More Principes coming as well. The attackers are on the plaza now. The plaza has just about been neutralised. And they've just got the numbers. They've got the infantry. They've got the cavalry advantage. They've got the towers. They've got the morale advantage as well, because their generals are still alive. It's all over. Well done, Sauron's Hand, for going up 1-0 to start this off. They now will do the battle again, but switching sides, so the attackers in this one will be the defenders in the next one. And I believe they'll be using the same map as well, so I'm curious to see how this map plays out in a normal siege setting. Assuming they do a normal siege setting, of course. And with that unit there has broken, the plaza has actually been captured by the attackers, and everything's gone. Everything's fallen. Let's see the stats here. So yeah, sadly, Gurkenheld and Ba lost. Dreadful KDs there. Nothing really standing out. Well, they've got 250 on those Swordsmasters, but that's about it on the flanking unit. And the city defence unit, again, some of these are getting some kills, but the cavalry getting 300 almost, but that's about it. For Kush, an okay KD, but again, ooh, 332 there, 303 there. Disciples of Apodamak. Interesting, that's a lot of kills for an infantry unit. And Rome here was, I think, the real shining player in this battle. A lot of Hastati and Principes. Usually we see more of the veteran units, veteran legionaries. They're going for a more early Republic style army, with some legionaries though. The archers getting good kills as well. No one Roman unit standing out, but overall Rome got a lot of kills, and I think that's what Rome is. Nothing stands out, nothing shines and gets over 300 kills, but every single unit is good. It's a fairly balanced faction, in my opinion. That's the advantage of Rome. Anyway, on to the next one. And I can confirm the winning team of this battle, whoever it is, does win overall, the best of 2. So, if the defenders win, so if Sauron's Hand, who won the last one, if they win this, they go up 2-0, and of course they win. If German veterans win, who lost the last one, then it's 1-1, but then the German veterans will still win, because they would have had the better kill count. So, whoever wins this one goes through for whatever reason, which makes this battle, I think, more interesting to spectate. Okay then. So yeah, there's quite a lot on the line. $70 here to get 3rd place. Who's gonna do it? I've got no idea. Yes, I don't actually know who wins. I just know the winner of this does win overall and gets that 3rd place. So it's not a spoiler, it's just me saying that to make the battle a bit more interesting, to add a bit of, of a story to it. Okay, so Gurkenheld played for Suebians in the last one, is now playing as Carthage on the offensive. Ba, who played for Nervii, is now playing the Saba in green. I love their faction icon, by the way. It looks a bit like an alien. I really hope I've not offended a culture there. I probably have. It's like, looking at it from a distance, it looks like it's got a big alien-shaped head. When you zoom in, it's actually like the hair or the hat or something. I probably shouldn't have said that. I've probably offended some culture there. Oh well, it'd be fine. So yeah, Gurkhan, Held and Ba on the offensive now, representing the team, the German veterans. Susbarbatus, who played Kush in the last one, is now Lusitania in yellow, and Lancer, who played Rome, is now the one we see in brown here, the Suebians. They are on the defensive. Can they get a second win? And their team name is Sauron's Hand. This tournament is hosted by OBG, $600 prize pool total. If you want to take part in future events like this, check out the Discord, linked down below. So yeah, it is the same map, just one plaza again. Good. And they're doing a similar opening here with the ballistas, it seems. So it seems the meta here is to take out these towers, knock those out, and then push forward. So I've got a ram here. I don't know what I think about this map. I've not seen it enough in competitive play yet, so I can't really form an opinion right now, but I like that it's a bit smaller, it's a bit more compact. That is an advantage of it. Something a bit different, because some of these battles, they can get a bit long, and when I've recorded about like 30 of them already, things do get a little too repetitive, so it is nice to see something a bit smaller, and yes, so it gets through it a bit quicker, but also something a bit different. Keeps it fresh. Interesting tower design here, by the way. I've got to review the city, so there's no clear way in, which I do like. Yeah, there's some cities that just have a massive gap in the walls, and you're like, in theory, an army could just walk through there, but no, this is all covered. But it's nothing special, there's no like fancy river going through it. It's a very like basic style map. I think it's a Greek settlement as well. Hello, anybody in the roof? Nope. Right, so they're coming up this way with Ram. Hopefully they knock down the gate, knock down the wall before they get off, but now they've realised they're pulling away. I like to see it when they all fall. Loads of breaches have been made by the ballista. They're bringing the rams forwards as well now to widen the gap. What I do like about this map is there's always a very big breach going here. We saw it in the last one, we're going to see it again in this one. So there's a lot of room for the attackers to charge in. Makes it feel more like a flat map. I've got a siege tower here to block those tower shots as well. I've made that breach here. I've got their siege towers here. I've got this tower here to deal with, but it should be an easy one to neutralise, as they literally just have to walk in here. Are they going to do anything with these siege towers? Because there's no archers on the walls to block. There's no tower as well to block. So it might be interesting to see them dock onto the wall and then push along the wall and take this gatehouse. Don't know what they would then do with that, but you know, securing a gatehouse is always good. Or maybe put their own archers up here and shoot down at them. That could be interesting to see. Oh, they've sallied out over here. I think this is okay for them to do. I don't think this is going to be some bad move. Bringing the general though could be a little risky. Balance of power is 50-50, yellow is the attacker in this one. Okay, so they're really trying to hold on to this tower still. They've got their Iberian swordsman here. The Saber trying to charge in here to neutralise it. They're getting caught in the back foot by a lot of javelins, but those javelins got friendly fire too. He got covered in that blood there. He must be badly wounded. 2 spears in his shield as well. He's fighting for his life. He got a kill. And did a nice finishing move as well, but he is fighting on 2 fronts now. He's going to get cut down. Another one stabbing at him, and there we go. He fought very bravely there. He could have pulled back a bit, but no, he was straight in there. Every time he got hit, he just got more aggressive. Right, this tower has been neutralised, exactly what the attackers wanted. They've got a lot of troops to kill if I push this way. That's why they need some archers on the walls, I think. If I want to push through the centre, which they are sort of doing, they've got a siege tower up here. That's going to neutralise this tower, so that tower's not going to be a threat anymore. But they've still got a lot of soldiers to chew through here. And then you can only really push in one way. And then you've got to be careful of the stairs as well and what could be shooting down back at you. Yeah, these stairs are going to come into play, I think, at some point. Unit of archers up here, using it as the high ground, could be very helpful. Meanwhile, on this side, it seems the attackers either got destroyed or they're pulled back. What are they shooting at? They were shooting at something. Ooh, siege towers docked on the walls. The Carthaginians are up. The Libyan infantry. Not going for the archers. Going for the Balearic slingers. I guess it makes sense. But I thought these guys were trapped for a second, so you could have probably gone for them. What they need really is 2 siege towers here. One to go that way like that Carthaginian unit is doing, and the other one to have taken out this unit to go that way. But then what do you do? Like once you've taken this bit, because you've breached this part of the wall. And now these guys are going to get hit on 2 fronts. They have an infantry unit fighting missile units, but they're fighting it on 2 fronts. They've got missiles firing at them, so yeah, this unit here is going to get butchered. They're trying to get closer to the wall's edge on the front, just to try and survive. They're actually having to desperately trying to run now because they're losing so many men. They've lost so many men up here. They just pull their slingers back, they just pull their slingers back. And then, yeah, that unit's dead there. That did not get the value that it needed. And that's why I think you need to, or maybe not do that at all actually, because of how deadly an arch unit here shooting up can be. Even imagine an arch unit here as well shooting down onto this part of the wall. They would still technically have the high ground bonus. So yeah, that unit sadly got completely annihilated there. Meanwhile, these guys have come off the wall. They are getting a bit surrounded there. Yeah, they've got to be careful of that. Their reinforcements are coming in there, so they should be alright. But yeah, they could have kept them on the wall for a little bit longer. Or sent them to destroy this archer unit whilst this one destroyed this slinger unit. That way you destroy both missile units. Yeah, you'll get shot at a little bit. But at least you won't be fighting on 2 fronts. They're not doing anything here yet. And I think the defenders are right to just hold these lines. Hold these choke points with multiple layers. It might be valuable as well, they might already have one, but to keep an infantry unit back here. Someone who can go up onto the wall if needed, if one of these siege towers does anything funny. But that's in the fog of war, they might have one there anyway. There's tactical view for those who like it. Yeah, this push on this entire side here completely failed, unfortunately. What's happened here? So, I think the Libyan infantry, I think they got slaughtered in there. They must have broke because they were fighting on a few different fronts, and now the defenders have retaken the tower, so that's not good for the attackers. Yeah, they should never have done that. Keep them on the wall just to keep the tower neutralised. We've got another unit coming up now to try and do that. I think it's a heavier infantry unit. Oh no, it's same again, Libyan infantry. But yeah, they should again neutralise the tower, but it should never have been recaptured in the first place. They should have just kept a unit up there, kept it neutral, to prevent it from firing. These javelin men are ready. They're gonna get some good kills in, right into the side of them I bet. Nope, they're charging, never mind. He just got thrown randomly. He's cheering still for some reason. He's just jumping up and down mid-combat. What is this squad doing? And then he gets thrown over, which for some reason is an instant kill on these units. Yeah, just throw someone over on the shield. Instant kill for some reason. Never understood that about them 2. Okay, good. This unit's now fully up here. They've neutralised that tower. Okay, that's a good position to be in. That's where you want to be. Oh, are the attackers trying to push this way? No, I don't think they are. It's the defenders who are trying to push this way. Trying to retake the tower here, but now that just means the tower's going to shoot at them, and it's shooting this way anyway, because the defenders, for some reason, have stepped within the tower's line of sight. Let me just draw that out there. Yes, I think that's the tower's line of sight there. Yeah, the defenders have stepped into this for some reason, and now they're being shot at. Weird. And you need to be more careful with these towers, I think. It's like, why push here? What does this achieve for this Iberian swordsman? Okay, they've got 100 kills, but, you know, only 5 of these guys have died, so I don't think it was 100 from these. I think this is 100 men they killed earlier. I don't think they actually did that much damage towards this mercenary Mascat Marauder unit. Instead, they just got slaughtered there, lost a lot of men to the tower, when they never needed to. They were holding a nice choke point here with a series of lines. There's no need to give up on it. The only reason to get in range of this tower, I think, is an arch unit, loose formation up here. You can't be attacked here, you've got the high ground, and you're just shooting. Shooting there when needed. Let's see if they're going to do that. Nah, they're pulling back. Oh, Celtic Bowwomen, a female soldier unit, something you rarely see in round 2. It's now the attackers that are pushing on this side. Moving forwards with their Sabian swordsman unit. Pushing onto the veteran shield warriors. They've got archers nearby. I don't know if you want to be charging in melee with these slinger units. Yeah, pull out of there. What are you doing? Pull out. Silly Sabber. Meanwhile, over here at the gatehouse, they've still got it neutralised. They're trying to push forwards. It's just an infantry slog for the time being. Let's check out the units on the walls. Oh, seems the defenders are pulling back a bit. Yeah, this Carthaginian Libyan infantry unit doing really well here. It's lost 50 men, but they've got 90 kills. Definitely going to be a 100 kill unit. No, that being said, they're starting to get cut down a bit now. Yeah, they're starting to struggle now that they're fighting the actual veteran shield warriors. What's happening there? Oh, some of them have been caught in the corner, fighting for their lives. They're going to get cut down. They're getting pushed back right into the corner there. He's glitching through the wall, he's getting pushed back so far. Meanwhile, big slaughter here. Everyone's trying to hold this gatehouse, because from here, that's where you can either expand into the city, or go this way and capture these parts of the map. It's a very valuable place to hold. And if the defenders can take it, well, then this tower can shoot in all directions, pretty much. Nothing happening here yet, but they do have a unit near these siege towers. I wonder if they plan to get on the walls at some point. Hopefully they do. Just one unit up here, go around, capture this gatehouse. I'm just curious what would happen. Like, could it actually do it? Could it get a few kills doing that? I mean, what's this unit going to do anyway? Probably not that much. This ballista here on 97 kills. I saw another ballista, 55 from the Scorpion. I swear I saw some other rocks land at some point. Oh yeah, it's still firing. Let's see what this ballista can do then. Come on, reload. Don't tell me you're out of ammo now. The moment I arrive is when you run out of ammo, of course. Nope, not done a fire. Okay. We've got the heavy camels as well, cataphract camels. They could do a lot of damage. It's a high shock unit, so the defenders do have to keep an eye on that. For the most part of this battle, it's just the infantry slog in the centre. I'll show you a tactical map. Yeah, just the rotating of units here. Let's check out the walls. How's this unit doing? Right, they hit 117 kills, but they're down to their final 30 men. The veteran shield warriors, 95 kills, down to the final 20 men. They're active, the Carthaginians are also active. So they can keep fighting. The Carthaginian unit really needs to hold though, because if they go, then the defenders will start to capture this tower again. So these Carthaginians really do need to hold out here. And I think they will, but if I was the defender, I'd get another unit over here. Put them up on the wall, just to try and capture this tower. Even if you hold it for just another minute, it can still be an extra 20 kills, which are very valuable. The Carthaginians won up here. They are bringing another unit up, but they really need to clear it. They really need to clear it out, because it's causing so many problems for this tower here. And if the defenders can just activate this tower, they're in such a strong point. Oh, Carthage starting to break now. They're pushing for the slingers. I think that's a bit of a waste. That just gets them off the gatehouse. It's going to have them break earlier. And now they're getting flanked in the back. So now this Libyan infantry unit is going to get completely slaughtered. Down to the final 15 men. They're wavering. They're winded now. Down to the final 14, 13. Yeah, they're going to break. And they've gone. And now the defenders can recapture this tower. And once they do, it's going to start shooting in all directions. Big mistake by the attackers there. They should have kept their unit just here. In this corner here. They're on the wall, in the gatehouse, but covered by this tower. That's where they should have been. And now, this tower has been captured again by the defenders. They've retaken it for the third time. And this tower's going to shoot in all directions. It's hitting the cavalry, which you don't want it to do. It's probably not going to get many kills, and some of the shots are hitting the siege tower. But still, it's like, you don't want to be doing that. Even if the shots are mostly hitting the siege tower. And then over here, yeah, it's now shooting into them, so now it's a lot harder for the attackers to actually be able to push this way and retake that, because they don't have the tower. Balance of power is in favour of the defenders now. The attackers are going to have to really pull a miracle out of their sleeves if they're going to win this. They're not pushing further this way as well on this side. I'm not a fan of this map, I've got to be honest. At least pushing from this side. I don't like how this tower plays out. I think it's too much of an advantage of a defender having this bit of high ground here that's safe. Yeah, not a fan. Like, in terms of balance, I think there's other maps that are more interesting. Of course, I'm not that used to it as well. Maybe it's something that gets better with time. As I get used to the map, I start to see, this is why it's actually good. Like, competitively, is what I'm talking about. Yeah, I don't know how I would fix it though. First of all, I think these houses here do cause a problem. It closes this part of the map, which could be good. Maybe a tower here as well for the defenders. So yeah, open this up and then put a tower here, I think. That way it gives the attackers a reason to actually push this way a bit more, to try and neutralise this tower. Because right now, the only purpose is to push this way to get down here and then to get up here. I don't know, can anything be done about this? Maybe have it so that you can push up here, but then block this off. So you can push this way, or you can push up and then push that way. That could be something, but this bit here would need to be blocked off, I think. Anyway, what do I know? I'm just talking nonsense properly. They're pushing more units up onto the siege tower to get them onto the wall. They have neutralised this tower. They didn't need to do this though. If they just kept their unit from before alive, that Libyan infantryman, they could have been fine up here. Oh, the cataphracts are breaking. Not what you want to see. How many kills did they at least get? 91. Look at all the bodies here. I can't even see who's who. Like, who's on whose side. The Carthaginian generals now here charging in and pulling out. What is he doing? Is he wanting to fight or not? Right, he's going in. He's pushing through. And then he's pushing back out again. Silly Carthage. Meanwhile, nothing's happening over here, but these guys have been hit by the arrows, trying to camouflage, and there we go, they've gone. That being said, it does look like the defenders are starting to run out of numbers. Do the attackers have the numbers advantage here? Have they just managed to somehow slaughter their way through this? It's like, that's one of the problems when it's all the battle is in one little circle like this. It's difficult to see who's actually winning and who's getting the most kills. All generals seem to be alive, and balance of power favouring the defenders by quite a bit now. The attackers are really starting to struggle. They're finally coming up onto this wall. I don't know what they plan to do though. Are they at risk from the bowmen? No, I think they're fine. I'm assuming the bowmen are out of ammo on 82 kills. Oh, the cavalry is charging through. If the attackers are going to win it, I think it's going to be with the cavalry. Because they're not really getting anywhere over here, I don't think. Big charge into the swordsman there. 19 kills. Only 2 losses on that. 20, 30 kills. 35 kills. Okay, that was good. Almost 40 kills there. Yes, that's what you want. Now charge round here, and I think this is what wins it. A cav push in the flank with a big infantry push here. That's going to break the defenders. Balance of power heavily in favour now of the defenders. Or they could capture the plaza. I wonder what that would do. Would that mess it up a lot? It's mostly going to be a morale victory, I think. Nah, they're realising they can't do it. This infantry unit's going to get here first. So they're going to instead turn around and charge into them. Oh yeah, they're going for the plaza, they're going for the morale hit. And then they charge these swordsmen here as they're trying to get into formation before they can get into formation. Okay, good play by the cavalry. They're on 70 kills, 80 kills, only 2 losses still. These guys have lost half their squad and 0 kills. This camel unit is so deadly. This Saber Cav unit, they've neutralised the plaza. Still, balance of power is in favour of the defenders, but they could do something here with this elite heavy camel cataphract. Reinforcements come in, more camels come in, a cavalry general. Did I say camelry? I meant to say cavalry or camel, but I think I said camelry. Silly me. They've got the infantry as well. So yeah, they've got... You know what, I'll call it camelry from now on. They've got the camelry coming. They've got the Carthaginian general here as well, charging in. They're going to try and retake the plaza. Let's just view it on the tactical map. Yeah, this cut through as... It might win it for them, actually. The cavalry and the camelry for the attackers might win it for them with this plaza push they're doing. The defenders have their archers here, but they're going to break. They've got their general here, but he's looking quite weak at this point. The attackers don't have much left back here. It's literally just this. Just a few cav units. And some leftover infantry. It's going to be a close one either way, but the balance of power is leaning towards the defenders. And there we go. That attacker infantry unit broke. The Carthaginian cavalry's charging in. Pathetic charge. Plaza still neutralised. They're going to retake this tower here for the defenders, but they're being shot at by the archers. This unit could actually break up here. Nah, I think they're fine. I think we've got enough cover from the tower. They're really trying to kill that general there of the Suebians, throwing the Carthaginian cavalry repeatedly into it. They might as well, because Carthage has no units left, so you might as well use your general. Oh, they're charging through as well with this camel unit. It's on 342 kills, only 10 deaths. What a crazy unit here. It's going to take out the ballista now. The ballista at least made it to 166 kills. Is this going to be... Okay, most valued unit of this game is this camel unit right here. Is this going to be a 400 kill unit to save the game, to win the game for the attackers? It's getting another charge in. They've only lost 10 men, 11, 12 men. They're on 380 kills. The Carthaginian cavalry is coming. They're going to capture a plaza. I think the attackers are going to win it. Balance of power suddenly, wildly in their favour. Who's playing here as the Sabbath? This is Ba. Well done, Ba. And your camel cavalry. Your camelry. The shock cataphracts have been crazy in this. They've got another charge in here, pushing their own men back, but they broke that Lusitanian archer. And with that, well done to the German veterans there. Gurkenheld and Ba. Wow, that cav unit was crazy. Carthage, 210 on the cavalry. That's good. The slingers getting good kills. The missiles all getting good kills, basically. The infantry, lacking here and there. 240, 224, 243. Yeah, Lusitania doing okay. Then we've got Lancer here as well. 166 on the ballista. Now it's time to see how many kills the cavalry got. 77, 91, 412. This cav unit here won it for them. And they have come in third place in this OBG tournament here, winning $70. This cavalry earned both of these players $35 each. I think that's safe to say it was this cav unit that did it. What an insane unit that was. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed. I've still got one more to cover, the big grand finale, the finals. I'm sure the OBG channel will be uploading that at some point very soon. Wow, what a battle that was. That was so close, down to the wire. I didn't think the attackers were going to do it for most of it. I thought, if they do, it's going to be because of this cav unit. But I didn't think they would. I didn't think they would actually do it, you know. Wow, well done to the attackers there. German veterans in third place. And Sauron's Hand, with Sus Barbatus and Lancer, came sadly in fourth place. But still, well played to them throughout this entire tournament. Thank you for watching.